Good evening. Welcome to our seminar here tonight at Scale Down Weight Loss. Tonight you're going to learn a few things, and if you don't learn a few things, please come up to me afterwards and let me know, because it's very important that you understand what we're saying tonight. When we first started in this practice, we had primarily a chiropractic practice, and we did chiropractic things as you might expect. We did our evaluations, we did our x-rays, and we did our adjustments. We would also make diet, exercise, and nutritional recommendations to our patients as needed, but we didn't place as much emphasis on that part of the practice. So for example, I would say to one of my patients, well, Mary, I want to do a nutritional workup on you to see if taking some supplements might be something that would enhance your adjustments and enhance the way that you feel. It's a great help to your overall health and wellness. You see, we used to treat the nutrition portion of our practice as kind of the red-headed stepchild, if you will, and we didn't place as much emphasis on that. It was more secondary. But then a couple of months would go by, and Mary would come up to me and say, Doc, I'm really glad that you did that nutritional workup on me and got me going on those supplements. I feel better, I'm healing faster, my pants fit better, I've lost 5 pounds, this is just terrific. And so we started to realize in the practice that nutrition wasn't second best, that it was actually key to someone's overall health and healing. Brenda here in the office is my assistant, my chiropractic assistant, but she's also my wife, and many of you have met her already. And what many of you don't know is that she's a cancer survivor, a breast cancer survivor. We didn't realize at the time how much of a risk she was at, but her family actually has a history. She has a sister who has had a radical mastectomy, and her mother has had a lumpectomy, and her other sister has also had lumpectomy, her aunt. So there's a family history, and we didn't, like I said, realize how much at risk she actually was until in 2001 she was diagnosed. She had 2 surgeries to remove the cancer, and then she had 8 weeks of radiation. They wanted to be aggressive with her. And afterwards, her surgeon said, now that the cancer's gone, we want to make sure that it doesn't return, and we want to give you this drug called tamoxifen. Well, as we researched it, we found out, first of all, you need to take it for 5 years. It's supposed to help reduce the recurrence of breast cancer, but it also quadruples your chance of getting uterine cancer. This wasn't something that we were willing to trade off, and you're trading one risk for another. So we decided not to do that. We decided to start taking some very high quality antioxidants and help prevent a recurrence that way. Well, of course, her surgeon wasn't real happy about that, but what could he say? Brenda's now going on 9 years out, so she's done quite well. Now her sisters come to us and say, hey, what are you doing that's different? We want to know about that, and both of them have medical backgrounds. One of the things that we do in the office to help assess someone's nutritional needs is run a biomeridian scan on them. Now, biomeridian scan is a class 2, the biomeridian is a class 2 medical device. It's listed by the FDA as a class 2 medical device, and we use that because it measures meridian stress and helps to determine what type of nutrition your body needs, what systems are lacking, and it helps us to evaluate a patient better. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Brenda and I realized that nutrition was very important in the practice, and we've seen firsthand what it does for people. So we wondered how we could illustrate the fact that nutritional balance could help people like it does. We're a chiropractic practice. I have my sign outside, and still people will zing past. I could hang a nutritional shingle out on the side of the road, and still people are going to zing past. We realized that after thinking about it, that many people who balance their bodies by getting proper nutrition lose weight as a byproduct. So there we had it. We talk about weight loss, and in fact that has worked quite well. People naturally lose weight when their bodies are in balance and they're getting the nutrition that they need. So that's exactly how we start to do it. Brenda herself has lost over 50 pounds and continues to lose. She comes from a family that are heavy. They have a history of diabetes. Brenda's not diabetic. Why not? Well, for the last 9 years she's had great nutritional support. And that's the kind of thing that we try to convey to all of the people who come into our office for a weight loss evaluation. Back to the weight loss. There's a lot of things out there for weight loss. Many people who come into our office have tried a lot of those things, some with success, some without success, but invariably they wind up gaining weight back. Well, why is that? It's because they're not focusing on those changes to their body, the balance in their body that would allow them to maintain this weight loss. So that's what we're trying to do here in this office, is help you balance your body so that your body naturally loses that weight and keeps it off. This is what I looked like a few years ago when I was in chiropractic school. I weighed more than I've ever weighed in my life, 240 pounds. Now, I don't weigh anything near that now. But when you're in school, what do? You're studying all the time. You're eating too much, you're not getting enough exercise, you're studying some more, you're eating some more, sometimes at the same time. And then in our case, we had 3 babies. Larry, Moe, and Curly there, that's 3 different kids. So within a span of about 3.5 years, we had 3 kids, and each one of them are 11 months apart. And if you don't think taking care of babies, studying, and eating doesn't lead to an unhealthy lifestyle, well, you know what I mean. And I just weighed a lot. And why do we eat too much? Why do we eat the junk food? Why do we eat the candy? Why do we eat high carbohydrate laden foods? Well, it's kind of like an addiction. It's a drug to us. It's almost like having your own personal opium, and you eat that stuff because it affects your body's physiology. It makes you feel good. And by feel good, I mean it's kind of a high. It's a comfort thing. So what we're going to talk about also is how we can help break those habits, how we can help change that habit. We have a patient who used to drink 2 pots of coffee a day, and after she started our program, within a week and a half, she stopped drinking that coffee. She just didn't want it anymore. It's about eating healthier. It's about breaking some of those addiction cycles, those cravings, and getting healthier overall. In our office, we use a toxicity questionnaire, and for those of you watching this online, a copy of that questionnaire is on the website there. You can print that out and fill it out for yourself. Okay, so what did you score on your toxicity questionnaire? Well, if you scored 6 or more on any one section, any individual section, or if the grand total of your score was 40 or more, then you may benefit from a clinical purification program. And those we have available here in the office. Did you know that currently 65% of adults are overweight and 34% of children are overweight? Those numbers are rising. They may actually even be a little bit higher than that right now. Well, why is that? Well, it's what we're eating. We're just not eating healthy food. The thing is, you need to prepare in order to eat well, in order to eat healthy. We all have busy lives. You work all day, you come home, you've got kids, you've got other things to do around the house. You don't feel like cooking, so what do? You whip through a fast food restaurant and buy a bag of what amounts to junk. Those are really poor calories. They're high carbohydrate, high fat calories that don't do your